Homeros. Atlas was the king of the Atlantic continent, that is Cyprus. Tantalos, son of Atlas, sailed from Atlantis by ship, and he sailed to the Aegean Sea and founded Manissa and named the city Tantalus. The inhabitants of Tantalus, who lived in the peace and abundance of wisdom of Atlantis, eventually forgot this wisdom. Just as a person who had lost consciousness and was unable to perceive his physical body and his surroundings thought that the mistake between the pages of the book in his pocket was real life, the people of Tantalus fell into the same mistake, forgetting the wisdom of Atlantis. When the wisdom of the civilization of Atlantis was lost, peace, happiness, awareness, healing, and abundance were also lost. Thousands of years passed when Homer was born in the same city in 800 BC. Hadir and Prophet Solomon raised Homer with this wisdom from the day of his birth to remind people of the wisdom of Atlantis. In this way, peace, happiness, awareness, healing, and abundance can return to the world. Homer spoke to the clouds, the sky, stars, space, and other dimensions. Homer learned that Mount Spiel was the ancestor of all mountains in the world by listening to grains of sand, small pebbles, stones, mountains, talking to water droplets, streams, rivers, lakes, and oceans. He learned to interpret dreams by listening to moss, herbs, tulips, shrubs, pines, and plane trees. Cats, rabbits, gazelles, horses, butterflies, pigeons, and eagles. In their conversations with Homer, they said that if any mountain in the world was to erupt with lava, Mount Spiel would absorb 85% of this lava with its underground roots, turn it into air bubbles, and carry it in the form of the emerald phoenix from the cracks in the hills of Spiel into the sky of Manissa. Homer spoke to all the human tribes of Manissa, and Homer did not use words or languages. And they talked to Homer from South America, Australia, China, in an invisible telepathic way, going from heart to heart, and the distance didn't matter. They didn't need an ear. Hadir and Prophet Solomon taught Homer that altitude, height, depth, latitude, and time make up our four-dimensional universe. And they also passed on to Homer the knowledge of the fifth dimension that surrounds our fourth-dimensional universe. Homer learned to move from the fourth dimension to the fifth dimension. For this transition, it was enough for him to close his eyes to allow himself to immerse himself in the free associations of the imagination. Then the physical body remained in the fourth dimensional universe, and the soul moved to the fifth dimension. In the fifth dimension, where there is no time, no matter, no space, and no gravity, Homer could easily jump to any page of history he wanted to get to. And at the same time, he could find himself in the past, the future, the present, of every place and every direction. The epic Odyssey tells us that our souls were sent from the fifth dimensional universe to be guides for our physical bodies in the fourth dimensional universe, and that when our physical body dies, souls return to the fifth dimensional universe. He knew that the brain did not have the peculiarity of storing memory. He knew that what had happened was stored in the soul and not in the brain. When souls return to the fifth dimension, it can forever preserve what happened. All souls live together like an ocean in the fifth dimension. Each soul can move into another soul like a drop of water. Each soul can see all kinds of information of other souls as clearly as if they saw it in a mirror. This possibility allowed Homer to fully describe the Trojan War, which occurred 500 years before him. Thanks to this, Homer could see every scene of the 10-year war from below, above, right, left, front, back, and from all sides. He knew his hometown, family, pedigree, every detail of the personal life of everyone who participated in that war. In this way, Homer easily wrote his epics. Obtaining information from the fifth dimension is thus called a channel. When creating his epics, Homer closed his eyes during the channel to better focus on gaining this knowledge. Those who saw Homer blind during the channel nicknamed Homer blind, and that is the reason why Homer was called blind for 2,800 years. Those who called Homer blind are themselves blind, because they cannot see and do not understand that in order to create a masterpiece of art, it is necessary to receive information from the fifth dimension. He learned that all animals, plants, grains of sand, mountains, stars, everything that exists has a soul. Thus he learned that every creature talks to each other. Homer learned that all beings see dreams, the language of dreams, that dreams can be ordered and that dreams can be changed in a dream. But even a dream seen thousands of years ago can be seen again. It can be changed and learn how to change one's life by changing a dream. A king, a clown, a beggar, a mother, a father, a cat, a dog, an ant, a worm, a green leaf on a branch, and dry grass in the soil. He learned to respect every being equally.